guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale. Thank you for joining me. Today's going to be a great video, guys. We're going to watch as OKTAY, aka Mikel, pushes for #1 in the world. He's currently at #4. You can see the deck that he's been using. It's pretty much the best PEKKA deck in the game right now. Let's see how close he is to #1. He is, about 1 or 2 wins away. So I'm going to go into the live matches, edit out, guys, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, match #1. So we're going to talk a little bit about this deck first off, right? And then in the second half of the video, we're going to watch some awesome replays against Midfinger and against Hunter, 2 of the best players in the game, and kind of dissect the strategy and decision making that OKTAY uses during these matches. But to start out here, we're going to focus on these live matches. Hopefully we only need 1 win. This could be it to get global #1, or if we lose, we'll just keep going with the video and see how we do. But we're going to focus on kind of the play-by-play, and then we'll talk about deck strategy. I also want to talk a little bit about the state of the deck after the balance changes with the Battle Ram nerf as well, but we'll talk about that in the second half of the video. So here we go against El Rodris here, again at the top of ladder, Baby Dragon Miner deck. I'm thinking maybe potentially a Lava Hound Miner deck. That's really, I want to say, the only decks that you see the Miner in the guards and the minions. Yeah, it's definitely a Lava Hound deck here. So let's see how we negotiate this matchup. We do get a bandit charge on that right tower, and this will be a good template, hopefully, for you guys to see how to win against Lava Hound when using a deck like this. You only really have the E-Wiz and the minions as your big air counters. And here it goes, right here. Lava Hound is down, Inferno Dragon's down, E-Wiz is down against that Inferno Dragon, and it looks like PEKKA is going to be able to get to that left tower. Now, the opponent didn't have enough elixir to defend against the PEKKA and the E-Wiz because they just dropped the Lava Hound, and that right there is how you apply that opposite lane pressure, and that's the only way that you can win this matchup. That's the only way, and he does a great job of doing so. However, he still has to deal with the Lava Hound and the Baby Dragon on the right. He drops his minions there. Minions come down from the opponent as well, and it's a perfect time for a poison. Poison's going to finish off that Baby Dragon, also the minions, and also do work against these pups. So saving your poison, really important, especially against a Lava Hound deck where we don't have a lot of air counters. And now we're immediately cycling all of our ground cards here, guys, along with the minions to support them, right? So we use our Royal Ghost, we use the Battle Ram, we use the Bandit, basically everything, applying that pressure into the opposite lane. Because in this matchup, if the opponent has time to build up one of those big monster epic pushes and then combo with the fireball in the miner, we're not going to have enough to stop. That's why we apply the offensive pressure at the same time. So here it comes, a PEKKA, a Battle Ram, a Zap comes down, causing that Inferno Dragon to potentially, no, it doesn't retarget, but it does kind of preoccupy that Inferno Dragon, or occupy, excuse me, that Inferno Dragon long enough. Let's see, but tower is down. So here we go, guys. We have a match on our hands. Bandit in the pocket. Bandit is going to charge onto that right tower. The miner there was a little bit slow from the opponent, so we have a big damage advantage, but it's far from a one match here. So here it goes, double dragons kind of cycled in the back by the opponent here. Here comes the Lava Hound right at the bridge. We go in with a Royal Ghost. That's going to take care of those guards. Guards are going to be out of rotation for the opponent here. Let's see what he does. Minions in the back on the Inferno Dragon. Minions on defense. Inferno Dragon's down. Lava Hound's almost dead. Bandit in the pocket. Bandit gets the charge in, and that's going to be GG. Boom. Miner a little bit late again. The guard's out of rotation, Bandit pocket victory. All right, guys, let's see where he is right now. He's currently, second place. He needs 1 more match. I'll come back at you guys when he finds it. All right, guys, going into match #2. Now, if he wins this match against Ark Thompson, he will definitely 100% be in first place. He only needs 1 win. So let's see if he can get it here, or if we have to keep this video going longer and longer and longer, because if he loses here, he might need 2 wins. Anyway, I don't need to tell you guys the math. Here it goes, a defensive tombstone there. He's going to answer the opposite lane Bandit with a Ram, Ark Thompson, that is. So here it comes, a Battle Ram cycle behind the King Tower here. He's going to answer with an Ice Wizard, so potentially I don't know, it could be a graveyard deck, we'll see. with the Ice Wizard, the Mega Minion. You know, whatever OKTAY's playing, you know. It could also be a Royal Giant deck here. And with the E-Drag, this is actually going to be a Royal Giant deck, I believe, here, guys. And there it is. It's the Royal Giant. Now, this is not an easy matchup by any stretch of the imagination. Even though that we have PEKKA, the E-Drag being in his deck is going to be an issue for us here. So let's see. E-Drag obviously doing a great job of countering our spam, our offensive win conditions in this deck. So now we attack with some minions here on the Tombstone. We also have the Royal Ghost and the PEKKA in the right lane. Let's see if he's able to get to the tower here. Man, things are really going slow here. Ice Wiz putting in some work. PEKKA cannot get one swing on that right tower. So here we go, halfway through the match. We have an Ice Wizard going down the left lane. Let's see what we do here. We go immediately with the Battle Ram at the bridge and the Bandit. Now, this is a really smart move here. It's just a very good identification, and you're going to need to have this if you're playing any sort of a bridge spam deck. Knowing what the opponent has in hand and knowing how and when to apply pressure and take advantage when they don't have the cards that they need to have in hand to mount a successful defense. So that was a good King Tower activation, but check out all the damage that we've done to their right tower. It's down to 1482. Zap Cycle, make that 1401. Now we have a PEKKA on the Royal Giant in the left lane. Let's see what we do in this situation. Here comes the E-Drag. We're going to hit probably a Tombstone play for the opponent here. No, make that a Barbarian Barrel and an Ice Wizard. Ice Wizard stays alive. PEKKA on that Royal Giant, and there comes the E-Wiz as well. And the Royal Giant's not going to get any damage. A NATO there by the opponent. Interesting NATO. Let's see. Can Royal Ghost get to the tower? He's going to be able to get one hit. No, he's not going to be able to get one hit. And here it comes. A Royal Giant and a Mega Minion in the right lane. We're going to answer. We're able to cycle back to another PEKKA. And you guys can see that another part of the reason that we are applying that offensive pressure at the bridge there is to cycle back to another PEKKA for defense. We're going to need it every time he drops that Royal Giant, especially considering he has the E-Drag. So E-Drag, speaking of which, is doing a good job on defense here, totally stymieing that PEKKA and that Royal Ghost, I believe, or that Bandit. And now another PEKKA is down. We have enough elixir now to drop a PEKKA of our own, or another, excuse me, Royal Giant is down. Then we drop the PEKKA. Here we go. Come on, Ash. 1448 damage remaining on our right tower with about 25 seconds into sudden death overtime here. We have an E-Wiz on that E-Drag, but look at the work that E-Drag is doing on defense. It's incredible. E-Drag is certainly still alive and viable, but here comes a big push. I don't think he has anything to stop this ram, and we connect. There it is. GG's. That's going to be #1 in the world. Let's just go ahead and check, guys, but, I mean, obviously he is. Let's see. With over so many trophies, man, I'm jealous. Right? Okay. 7,081 trophies, #1 in the world. There it is. Okay, guys, let's watch some replays now. He's not going to be pushing anymore. Once you get #1, you don't push anymore. So let's start out with Midfinger, guys, and see how he handles this matchup here. Obviously, Midfinger, known as pretty much the best mortar player in the world. Is certainly on ladder. He is incredible, and he plays this one deck, the Mortar, the Rascals, and the Miner, and it's so strong, especially the way he plays it. I've had him on the channel before if you guys want to see him, and you saw that OKTAY started out that match having the E-Wiz selected, just ready for that first Mortar play. Anybody sees Midfinger, they know what deck he is playing here. So starting plays with this deck, you know, the #1 thing that I would say to you guys is wait for the opponent when you're playing this. Wait for the opponent to make the first move. It's really difficult for me to make the case that ever making the first move with this deck is a good idea, right? I mean, a Bandit at the bridge, everybody has something that can stop the Bandit. A Bandit behind the King Tower, they can just simply cycle an Ice Golem or whatever. It's so easy to stop a Bandit when you see her coming from a million miles away, right? And then anything else, you know, a Battle Ram at the bridge, not a good idea. They can easily counter it. You know, most decks have at least one counter to Battle Ram. It's not like you're going to catch them off guard. You don't want to cycle minions or E-Wiz because they're the only air counters in your deck too. So if you can, guys, just don't make the first move. React to the opponent. I mean, you're just putting yourself probably at a disadvantage 75% of the time by making the first move. So you don't really see OKTAY doing that as well. So here he goes, 27-35 remaining on the right tower. We're going to cycle minions in the back here. Let's see what we do here. Interesting situation. And you find yourself in situations like this throughout the match, right? And you notice how he did that. That was a really important play, guys. A bandit in the back rather than in front of those minions. It was a really subtle play, but a really smart play, because think about it. Had we played the bandit at the bridge, they could have easily countered with either Rascals or a Prince, and then had a pretty substantial push coming back towards us with the elixir advantage. So instead, cycling that bandit in back, you know, allowed us to use the poison instead on the Goblin Gang and really avoid what could have been a tricky defensive situation. So here comes a Dark Goblin. He's going to die to the hands of that E-Wiz, and now we play an opposite lane Battle Ram and then minions at the bridge and a bandit at the bridge on top of that mortar. So now we're going to have to deal with Rascals in one lane and a Prince in the other lane. Let's see how he does this. A nice P.E.KKA in the left. P.E.KKA's going to be able to clean up all of that, the Prince and the gang. And then he has Royal Ghost on the right. That's going to clean up those girl Rascals. And now we just have to deal with this. Beautiful, beautiful job with that E-Wiz, countering the Dark Goblin and also getting one hit on that mortar. We are going to take a hit on that mortar, though. And here it goes. Another aggressive play here. The Battle Ram, the Bandit, the Minions. We go hard here, guys. And it looks like we may connect on this push to the tower. No! Nice zap comes down to the last second there by Midfinger. But you saw, again, how he applied a lot of pressure and really just made Midfinger have to, instead of devoting his resources to being super aggressive and supporting that miner, we ignored the miner. Instead, we went aggressive there on offense. And it didn't really work out, but we could have taken a lot of damage, and we didn't do that. So here it comes, a Battle Ram. Minions again. We have the poison down. We have the E-Wiz taking care of that Dark Goblin. This time, we do take the tower down to 9 HP, and there it goes. The tower falls, and that was a really, really smart and big counter push there to win that match by OKTAY. Let's go into one more match against Hunter, who you guys know Hunter. He's been on the top of the leaderboards playing the Bar Putt Three Musketeers deck that just has been meta since day one of these balance changes. And I guess let's talk a little bit about the balance changes and how that may affect things. Again, in a deck like this, I personally would not be worried at all about the Battle Ram nerf. Like, I am not even, not 1% of me is concerned about it. So I would advise you guys not to panic about the nerfed cards. I don't think that these balance changes should cause any, like, what else got nerfed? The Golem, Bar Putt, Barbarian Barrel. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, sorry guys. And obviously the Battle Ram as well, and Freeze. I think that all 5 of those cards will be just fine, especially Freeze. I don't think it's going to impact the win or the use rates at all. And even Battle Ram, 11% nerf to the impact damage of the Battle Ram. I would not overreact. Whether you're playing this deck or any other Battle Ram Bridge Spam deck, I would not go ahead and make substitutions or panic or stop using the deck just because of that nerf. I think Battle Ram is still going to be very, very strong. And look at this, guys. We force a Fireball. This is the one interaction that you guys need to pay attention to in this match right here. Battle Ram, he only has 4 Elixir, and he sends in the Battle Ram anyway. Why? Because he's a smart player and he knows what he's doing, and he knows they had no good answer to stop that Battle Ram, and he also knew that he had like a 2 Elixir advantage there, a perfect time for Battle Ram. He knew that Hunter had that Barbarian Hut in hand, but he played the Battle Ram at 4 Elixir, totally depleting his Elixir because he knew he didn't have enough Elixir to play the Battle Ram and had no other good counters in hand except for the Flying Machine, which obviously is not the best counter to a Battle Ram when you use it solo, naked, without anything else. And it really, that was the moment of this match that won it, in my opinion. That foresight to play the Battle Ram at 4 Elixir when he just knew that Hunter had no good response. Talk about poison value here, guys. And he has Zap selected, but he's not going to use it, I don't think. Yeah, he doesn't need the zap, so he had it in hand, he had it at the ready, but he was saving his elixir. He knew he might need the P.E.K.K.A in the opposite lane if they went in with the battle ram push. That's exactly what they did, and he was able to punish him there, or defend, I should say, even though he had to use a lot of elixir in doing so. And here it comes, a big push. The three musketeers, the barbarians. We're going to use the poison first, wait a second, and then drop that E-Wiz. Of course, E-Wiz will die, but it took care of all the musketeers, and it really saved our tower. Look at all the HP still left on our tower, despite the opponent Hunter investing, what, 20, 25, 30 elixir in spamming right now, trying to get that left tower down. Doesn't work out. Bandit is down, and there it is, guys. The tactic used by the #1 P.E.K.K.A player in the world right now. Literally, he is #1 in the world. Let's see if he can finish the season at #1 today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this live ladder gameplay on the last day of the season. I really did. Guys, thanks for watching, and another huge shout out to OKTAY. Check out his player stats and profile in the description below, along with Michael's Twitter information. Guys, thank you so much for watching. A huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information as well. And a shout out to Nova Esports, of course, the whole team, the whole crew, for helping me out with this video. So guys, that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, guys.